I'm going to buy a channel so KingDavid TV. Now, a year honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa after so quite a vetting by no Ghana for put out some questions we say that was no opposition no like what you were preaching against the serious is banana or person way it's answer the honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa more opposition no. The past government a year of playing na no Okudzeto the whole expenses and as a budget number 12 say the former president we still the state resources as a mine no Ghana Mampany send but only buy our covet bisa say they say our banner cause all position you were advocating say a year flights are here Ghana Mampany use no boy they say what banner over economic class and as a business class and as say first class now befa someone look we are no say a year the other colleagues say MPs and as a ministers in the one for business class first class no. I didn't expect you on say uncle for a year economy. Na Ghana for one say in his answer na a year. Okudzeto can abra no opposition no for political vote and I say they vote in na or the yes and I set agenda na a year the past government and so one is a buy is baby I want to so any sika we piano or the a chain is about $10,000 a month na piano on rent and so akwafa in same pia but na yen no ibekoni akwa akutie honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa ye ne nsema akwa akoto no na msam onu ani nwuma bi odi ye ma bra na opposition nti yenko ne yenko tie nsem no bra ye ba ina Kenya ebeto am so.
So I wasn't able to listen to Honorable Okudzeto all the vetting, but with what I have heard today, I think that Ghana we need to do restructuring because persons like Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa who have been running around helter-skelter telling the Ghanaians that they are honest people, they want to protect the countries, our pests, and blah, blah, blah. It has turned out that it's not true. The only reason why he was doing that was to get his party into power. Majority of the things he said other people have committed, he committed same crimes. One of the things that shocked me most was when he was asked whether he would be able to take an economy flight. And he was saying that if others are taking business flights, why should I take economy flights? It shocked me to the core. Because a person who is a chairman for something called ORAL, trying to protect our pests, should have been able to tell the committee that you will advise the president to stop all foreign travels and only stick to the necessary ones. And even the necessary ones, they should take the economy. That's what you should have said. But you are saying that even when they give me economy, I will add money and take business. Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, who do you think you are? You think you are more important than we those who take economy? I have worked all my life. You've never worked for anyone apart from becoming an MP. I've worked all my life. And you think that because the people of North Tong made you an MP, you are now more important than the rest of Ghanaians. So you cannot take economy. That was when I realized that the youth of Ghana, those of you following him, you are fools. I'm serious, you are fools. They take you for granted. These people, they want you guys to work for them so that they can take the praises. That's what they are doing. Look at their vetting. It shocked me to the core. That wasn't it. Where is he living? Ghanaians would like to know where Honorable Okudzeto is living. It's not cantonment. He's living at Airport Hills, where they pay dollars. He's not renting. That house is his house. If anyone's name is there, they use people's names to buy things. Didn't you hear him saying that I will not allow anybody to buy government buildings, any politician? So they will give money to other people who are not in their government to buy the buildings for them. Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, I put it to you that that building is for you. It's your building, no. And then you are here fighting that they are coming to fight corruption. Which of them? If Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa, whom you guys have been seeing as somebody who is sinless, is the one who is also now corrupt. Do you know what he has done? He also went ahead to collect a car loan. The car loan that he said he wasn't going to collect, he took it in cash. Meanwhile, it's not supposed to be done like that. Meaning he broke protocol to be able to get it in cash and use it to go and buy a combining harvester. for his people. So now they use it and pay him. He makes profit as a result of the taxpayers' money. Such a person is coming to lead a so-called something called oral. To do what? To investigate people. If he comes to your house and you leave him, you want he and the other people. The reason why they form this oral is to use it to make money for themselves. When they come and you buy a building, they will get angry and maybe you give them something. You think that they are doing it for Ghanaians. They are using it to make money for the NDC. They are using oral to make money for the NDC. Hey, Ghana, we have suffered though. In the hands of NPP and NDC. NPP are gone. NDC, they are here to loot and lie that is recover what? What are you recovering? Eh? You who has a building at Airport Hills, youth of Ghana cannot get employment. Eh?
My second question. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Let me use this opportunity to congratulate the nominee on his appointment as the Minister for Foreign Affairs. My question to you, Honorable Nominee, is that, and I will try to give a certain background. On the 4th of September, 2021, you granted an interview on Newsfile, Joy FM. You stated that traveling on a private jet jeopardizes the president's security, and that we need a presidential travel policy to regulate how president of our republic travels. Now, just a few days after the president of the republic was sworn in, specifically on the 17th of January 2025, His Excellency the President, President Mahama, used a private jet to travel to Gambia. He also used the same private jet to Senegal. Now, my question to you is, will you condemn this action of the president as you have done in previous times when presidents use private jets? And if given the nod to become the Minister for Foreign Affairs, when should we expect the presidential travel policy that you proposed to the people of Ghana?
Thank you very much. The first question is, will you condemn, then when you come to office, the travel policy?
Well, thank you very much. It is important for us to put this matter in the proper context. And let us not compare, apples and, if you like, pepper, because you just can't compare them. My campaign against the non-use of the presidential jet, which this parliament approved $37 million at the time for the purchase in 2008 under the President Kufuor regime, was largely about protecting the public purse, a cost-saving concern is what I had. That why do we have a functioning presidential jet in pristine condition and we will be spending 20,000 euros an hour renting luxury jets? That is the matter I raised. And I have the Hansard here, the Hansard of 16 June 2021. I filed an urgent question. And Mr. Chairman, if you 012 with your permission, I'm not going to read. I'm just summarizing. I know that time is of the essence. You see here from column 012, the Minister for Defense at the time, the Honorable Nitiwo, coming up with all kinds of excuses that you couldn't even shower in our presidential jet and all of that, which we found bizarre. So put my concerns in proper context. It is about wastage, profligacy, the dissipation of scarce resources. That's the fundamental concern. Now, in the case of President Mahama is using his brother's private jet without paying for it. We are not being charged 20,000 euros an hour by the celebrated entrepreneur and business mogul, Ibrahim Mahama. What the presidency has explained is that in the initial days of the presidency, they asked the Ghana Air Force to present a report, conduct an assessment and present a report on whether the presidential jet was fit for purpose. The Ghana Air Force had delayed in their submission, and in the interim, his brother stepped in. We didn't pay for it. There was no financial loss to the state. I can confirm to you that since the Ghana Air Force presented its report, I remember that on the floor of this house, the former Minister for Defense told us that he can confirm that the jet is in great condition. And I found that very revealing, because when I was on this campaign in 2021, he was telling us the jet wasn't fit for purpose. But suddenly, under a different president, it's such a great jet which can be used. So we are glad that there's been a U-turn. The Honorable Netiwo has confirmed that the jet is in good use. And I can confirm that President Mahama has since resumed the use of the Falcon 900 EXE, Ghana's presidential jet. Now, on the second aspect of your question about the travel policy, this is a matter that I feel strongly about. And if given the opportunity to sit at cabinet, I will propose that Ghana formulates a presidential travel policy. If you take the United States, for example, when the president uses Air Force One for campaigns, for private use, he is made to reimburse the American taxpayer. So every campaign, they have an independent committee that monitors. If you use the presidential jet for private business, private fundraising, for campaigns, you pay back the fuel, the cost of using it, and all of that. So, and then they also have clear guidelines on who can use those jets and how it should be maintained and all of that. We don't have that. So it is important to pursue that policy. And I can assure you that I remain committed to it, and I think that it is time for Ghana to have a presidential travel policy.
Any further question? But remember, you asked 2-in-1 question: condemnation.
I actually have a follow-up.
Policy.
I have a follow-up.
You have a follow-up?
Yeah, I have a follow-up.
Very well.
Honorable nominee, granted that His Excellency the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo engaged in wastage and profligacy, in your own words. On the 29th of March, 2021, while you were paying tribute to the former president of Tanzania, President John Magufuli, on the floor of Parliament, you praised him for placing a ban on what you term frivolous foreign travels by government officials. Frivolous foreign travels by government officials. And if my memory serves me right, you made a post on Facebook allegedly saying that President Magufuli was flying in economy, which turned out not to be true. But now, as a foreign affairs minister...
Please, for the record, I've never put out such a post. Never. I only paid tribute to Magufuli in Parliament. I didn't talk about economic travel. Just for the record, Mr. Chairman.
nominee. That should be your answer. So allow him to finish asking the question.
Honorable nominee, I'm suggesting to you that you made a Facebook post. And in that Facebook post, you indicated that President Magufuli has been flying in economy, and for that matter, other African countries should also learn from him. Now, as a foreign affairs minister, obviously you will be engaged in a number of travels, specifically outside the country. And I am informed that foreign affairs ministers travel on either first class or business class. Now, if you were to make a round trip to New York in the United States of America with Emirates, you will be paying around 250,000 Ghana cedis on first class. Now, if you decide to do business class, you will be doing about 140,000 Ghana cedis. In your own words, His Excellency the President, Nana Akufo-Addo, engage in wastage, profligacy. If you want to do economy, you'll be doing around 27,000 Ghana cedis. Would you decide to use economy class ticket, or you will do business class?
The first question is, did you make that Facebook post?
No, I did not.
And he's making reference to contribution on the floor and a Facebook post. And he interjected to say that the Facebook post, no. Is that not it? So now that you have the opportunity to answer the question, did you make those Facebook posts? What was your contribution on the floor?
So my contribution on the floor was to eulogize President Magufuli, and I stand by it. I think he's one of the greatest African leaders we've had, and it's a shame that he didn't live long. I mean, just like Professor Mills, he could not complete his term, and President Magufuli did a lot of things, a lot of cost-saving measures, including even reviewing how they celebrate their national days and all of that, renegotiating, their agreements in the extractive industry and all of that. Great leader, and I admire such leaders who protect the public purse genuinely, not just by rhetoric. Having said that, I would also want to place on record that when given the nod as foreign minister, I shall never, ever rent a 20,000 euros an hour luxury jet. Never, ever. I shall never, ever do that.
Please, Honorable Asafwa, it is not the answer you want.
So you have my full assurances. Now, on the matter of business class economy, Honorable Chair, I am wondering why members of parliament who fly business class don't want a foreign minister to fly business class. I'm really wondering what this is about, and where they are headed. But I can assure you, Honorable Chairman, that I don't care a hoot which class I travel. If we get into economic difficulties and there is a policy that ministers should travel economy, I am happy to travel economy, because even as MP, there are times that I travel economy when I can, and I don't see it as a big deal. Indeed, when I met the Venerable Dr. Obed Asamoah, he told me that for the first 7 years, in the heady days of the revolution, as foreign minister, he was flying economy. Didn't take anything away from him. So I really don't care. If there's a policy that let's fly economy. And don't forget that even about cost-saving measures, sometimes it depends on the airlines. As minister, I'll be interested in cost-saving measures. So if there is a travel, it is not only the class that you travel that you can save money. Even the airlines Can KLM take you there cheaper? Can Africa World or Delta or Kenya Airways or Ethiopian Airlines take you there cheaper? Give me the options, and let's look at what is in the national interest. Then size of delegation. I can assure you that what we saw in the recent past, where more than 300 people can claim to be going for a COP27, President Mahama would not tolerate that. So even size of delegation, you can all decide to fly economy. But if you pack 1,000 people, 1,000 officials, that you are flying economy, you haven't saved the country anything. So we should be more nuanced about these discussions. It's not as simplistic as is being presented.
I recognize the minority leader on a follow-up question.
No, it's okay.
Very well, he said it's okay. So, Honorable Safua, your second question.
I would have wished that I would have another follow-up question, but it's fine. Let me ask my second question. Honorable nominee, you should be very familiar with the struggles of members of parliament, especially since the inception of the Fourth Republic. The struggles that they go through with many aspects of their work and life, especially with transportation.